Welcome to Risky Moves, my not-so-conventional chance man. I stumbled upon the Chance Man plugin randomly and the description alone had me wanting to create a new account to try it. So that's exactly what I did. I wasn't aware of just how new the plugin was when I downloaded it, or aware of the video from Goody that stemmed the whole concept. So naturally I wasn't aware of the rules, so I had to make my own. I'm still using the plugin to lock my account from using all tradable items in the game until I unlock them with a randomized spin. Until I unlock an item, I cannot use, wear, eat, buy, or sell it. Which, of course, will dictate the content that's allowed to me, including quests. But unlike the original concept, the method of unlocking spins is a little accelerated for us by comparison. I can earn 1 spin each time I loot a tradable item for the first time, as well as each time I level up any skill. Quest and clue scroll completions are worth 2 spins, and in the highly unlikely event that we ever unlock a pet on the account, that will come with a bonus 5 spins. Now, for episode 1, our goal is simple. We want to level up as much as possible and loot as many unique items as we can, hoping to unlock something good for the future. All with an overarching goal to complete Dragon Slayer 1 while playing the game mode and unlocking our entry into the world of membership. So, we'll begin where all Gillenorian heroes begin, on the humble tutorial island. After creating our character, changing our looks, and talking to the guide, we head outside to start the tutorial. But the tutorial doesn't go as smoothly as I'd hoped. Apparently if you read up on the plugin, it tells you not to enable it until after Tutorial Island. But it's too late now, baby. We've made our bed and we get to lie in it now. I talked to the survival expert. She gives me items, which in turn unlocks me some spins. Are they good spins? No, but they happen. I eventually realized that I can't progress at all in the tutorial with the plugin on, so I disable it and complete the rest of the tutorial with it off. Here in the mainland, I turn the plugin back on and spend much too long simply trying to wipe out the spins that I got during the tutorial, but I wasn't able to do so, so we move on. Eventually. Heading to the combat tutors to get our account started. I talked to the range tutor first, who gives me a training bow and some training arrows, which weirdly unlocks me a bunch of items that I got from the tutorial. Maybe I should have banked those first, but again, we are here, we have made the bed, and we are lying in it. I then go to talk to the melee tutor who gives me my training sword and shield, which don't unlock any spins, which I guess tells me that items have to be tradable to trigger the spins. Nevertheless, we have our weapons of mass destruction and we head over to cull the local goblin population. But of course get distracted by this punk-ass duck along the way. Now, as exciting as watching me kill a ton of goblins is probably going to be for you folks, I'm going to go ahead and just cut to the important stuff now. I'll show you the levels and the spins as we get them. Starting off with this nice Team 48 cape. But we get another spin right after that, and it's another cape. Alright. Not ideal, but hopefully we get something good. We have a range level right around the corner, so there's another spin incoming. And there it is. Okay, I mean, that's armor at least. That's better than just another cape. Now we kill a couple more goblins and then head up to the cows to get a couple more item unlocks and a couple more spins. after spending a metric eternity shooting this cow with some shitty arrows. Okay, that was 2 items, so that should give me 2 spins here. Let's see what we get. Okay, well the uncooked berry pie doesn't really do much for me, but the black plate legs tea could be an upgrade if I can somehow afford those. Now we move our murder spree on to the local chickens. Boy, the local farmers must hate me. Just 1 chicken later and we're already spinning our first spin here. Just 1 chicken later and we're getting 3 spins. 1 for the feathers, 1 for the raw chicken, and 1 for leveling up. Well, those definitely aren't the worst spins. I will probably use the iron medium helm and the bronze plate skirt. Those are both... Oh, chicken coop is giving me an egg. That's another spin. And... okay, well, it looks better than the regular one, I guess, but it's probably much more expensive. Anyway, I headed over to this hay pile to start looking for a needle because I know there's like a 1 in 10 chance to find one or something, and that should be another spin. Ah, Shrek's favorite food. Well, time to go murdering again. Ooh, there it is. Another level and another item I can't use yet. Alright, back to it. I pretty quickly run out of training arrows and switch to my sword and shield to just kill a couple more goblins a little more personally. Heading to the shops, I see that I can do absolutely nothing. I head over to the ranged tutor and realize that she's not going to give me any more arrows until I use all the ones I've gotten. I head back into town and take out my blinding rage on this rat. Head on upstairs to the bank and bank my stuff. Now we're getting a little muggy and headed out to the swamp. We're gonna do just a little bit of fishing, get a couple levels, get a couple spins, see if we can get anything good. And not helpful. God, this last shrimp is taking so long. There it is, 2 fishing and another spin. And a Gothic's Kite Shield, that's not really gonna help us right now. I've made the decision to go ahead and turn off item sets because I'm realizing that they're really just not gonna do anything for this account. I mean, I could buy like a full rune item set and only use the helmet. Like that's just not anything I'm ever gonna do. Okay, 4 fishing and a rune pick. Went ahead and headed back to the bank to bank all these shrimp, even though I can't really do anything with them, I'm realizing. And on the way back to the swamp, we're gonna go ahead and start Restless Ghost. Gonna catch a few more fish, get to level 5 fishing, then I'll go ahead and get out of here. And there it is, 5 fishing. Let's go ahead and spin this. Oh, a cake. That's not bad. That's probably my best food now. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here and head up to do the Restless Ghost. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Father Ernie. He's kind of an asshole, but we're gonna help him anyway. Gives us this nice ghost speak amulet so we can have some conversations with the dead. And we're gonna go ahead and open this coffin and talk to a dead guy. There he is, the Restless Ghost himself. Alright, so he talks a lot, but basically his problem is that someone stole his skull out from his coffin and took it to the wizard tower near Draenor. So that's where we're gonna have to go next. And here we are at the wizard tower. Need to go ahead and go inside and head on downstairs. Here in the basement, we're going to be making our first risky moves of the account and running by a very strong, very scary skeleton that has killed thousands. Millions even. Okay, about to do the scariest thing Risky Moves has ever done. I'm gonna click this altar and I'm gonna run away screaming. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Kill this chicken for looking at me wrong, and then teleport to Lumbridge to turn this skull in. Hey, buddy, wake up, I got your skull. I return the ghost's skull, and then he is free to rest. Quest complete. Now that gave me 8 prayer levels, and that's a quest complete. So that's 8 levels plus a quest complete. You know, that's 10 spins. That's a lot of spins, so we're going to speed that up and get through them quickly. Okay, so I got a black kite shield, that's not bad. A leather cowl could be good for some range training. Energy potion might come up, mithril ore might come up. Raw chicken. Raw chicken's promising. That actually unlocks cooking, so that's more levels that we can go ahead and get. I think I'm going to look into that, but first on the way to chickens, I'm just going to check the Lumbridge basement to see if there's anything I can just grab real quick to unlock another item slot. That was a no. So we're going to go ahead and head over to chickens now. But we're going to get a little distracted by goblins on the way. They shouldn't have stood in my way, now I have to kill them. And because the range tutor refuses to give me new arrows until I've used all of these, we're going to do this really annoying dance where I shoot an arrow or two and then step onto the goblin to pick up my arrows again, because that's all the ammo I have. As you can see, we're out of arrows again, and bashing goblins with our training sword and shield. I don't know where I got distracted this hard, but you know, kinda just totally forgot about chickens. I think my blinding rage and hatred for goblins has led me to this. Got a pizza, I don't know what to say about that, I feel like cakes are arguably better. Ba-boom! A big 5 range right there, and another spin. We're not even going to talk about that one. Back to it. That's going to help me down the road. But not right now. Ooh, hello. That's going to be helpful if I ever unlock Mind Runes and thus magic. Alright, my distractions are done. I'm finally headed up to chickens. Just kidding, are those fucking potatoes? You're damn right they are, and that means another spin. And another spin means another item that's probably not gonna help. Well, that ain't too bad, actually. My quest for chickens continues towards Varrock because I haven't found any in Lumbridge, apparently. I'm gonna search this cart, find absolutely nothing, and continue further ahead. Further ahead, however, I noticed that there's Godiva bushes and Redberry bushes, so I picked them both to get 2 new spins. A muddy key and a wolf cloak. I don't know that those are really gonna help me. So I continue my trek into the city, past this bitch-ass rat that won't leave me the fuck alone. I smack up on this training your mom a few times, get an attack level, and another spin. Rando's place skirt. Gonna check out Lowe's shop while I'm passing by to see if there's anything I can grab here. That's when I noticed something. Lowe is selling his bronze arrows for 1 GP apiece, and the Grand Exchange is selling them for active price of 2 GP apiece. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I go ahead and confirm the margins by buying some bronze arrows off the Grand Exchange, and they seem to be actively traded for 2 GP apiece, so I can theoretically double my money if I'm patient enough with selling arrows. So we're going to give it a try because I don't really have any other money makers in mind right now. Okay, well, I made a little bit of money, and that's really all I need, just some cash to get some things that I want to, you know, gotta spend money to make money after all. Well, the U-logs don't really help me right now, but a steel plate body is a heck of an upgrade over nothing. Alright, we're gonna head out. And I don't know how I hadn't got grain in Lumbridge, but here we are. That's another item unlock and another spin. Well, if we can get some mind runes, we'll be in business. Headed through Barbarian Village here, and I'm killing this goblin for a literal eternity, so I felt like I should leave it in, because Jesus Christ. Alright, after that 10-minute goblin kill, we've made it through the village and are heading towards a drainer now. While I'm running past Gnome here, I'm realizing that once I get up to them, they want to race. And, you know, I run out of run at probably the worst time. And it's pretty neck and neck right now, but I'm gonna toggle on, get a couple steps ahead here. And here's where something I think really funny happens. I go right, and because they're tailing me, so do they. But then they decide I'm actually going left. Anyway, we found the cabbage patch, and that's another item and another spin. And that's a willow logs. Willow logs. Okay. We have a lot of logs unlocked. I feel like if we get a good axe, then woodcutting is a good way to get some levels for us. That's a bot. And call me Shrek the amount of times I'm talking about onions unnecessarily. These, I mean, these are technically food. They heal 1, I think. Maybe they sell for something. I'm just gonna gather a lot of them. Bro, imps have to be a treasure hoard for unlocks. They have so many random garbage drops. Well, look at that. That was in fact a unique item and an unlock. Can't really say that Bronze Plate Legs G are really gonna make the account, but it's better than nothing. And there's a hit points level, a spin, and a water tiara. Correction, that spin was from Fiendish Ashes. This spin is from my hit points level. And another plate body I'm not going to use for a long time. Call me the Imp Slayer the way I'm slaying these imps. Arrow. Arrow. Arrows. Arrow. Onion. 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 And we're out of here. Kill this goblin for simply existing in my presence. And that's an attack level and a sandwich lady hat. Big moves. Boom! Boom! Another attack level. And this time... Ooh, an Addy longsword. That's actually pretty nice. What's this then? Our first clue scroll. Can we do it? Ooh, let's step is nearby. We'll do that after we kill this goblin. More magic gear unlocked. Okay. Off to do some cluing. I mean, I just can't not kill the imps, you know? They're in the way. They're on the way. Gotta do it. Nothing. Well, time to talk to the chef and see if we can complete this clue step. Okay, and he gave us another one. And I think we're gonna have to drop this one because we don't have a spade. Oh, it's so close, but we just don't have the spade for it. That really sucks. Well, I guess we can try to sell these onions on the Grand Exchange and see if we can make some money at least. Sorry, you are free to skip ahead. I just wanted to show just how much walking there is in free-to-play. Like, my god, I forgot how much walking and walking and walking and walking. But here we are, and the onions are in fact selling. So we're just going to sell all the ones we have on us and see what we can get for it. Okay, that is not bad. That's going to give us some money that we can use to... Silk. I don't know, it's silk really... Actually, you know what? I think silk is needed for Dragon Slayer 1. So that does help us. Okay, bought some cakes, and that's going to give us another spin. More mage gear. Alright, well... Okay, one last trip back to Lumbridge for this episode. Kill this imp because I don't like how he smells. And back to goblins, my mortal nemesis. Seven ranged and Wines of Zamorak. Okay, we got some goblin mail off of that goblin, and that got us an iron scimitar. That is not bad. We're probably going to pick one of those up off the Grand Exchange. It's another range level and another spin. Okay, that doesn't really help us much. Ruby Amulet U doesn't really help us much. Oh, we got a second spin for the Air Talisman. Looks like that's a steel pickaxe. That's not bad at all. Take that. Ooh, this one healthy, strong boy. One healthy, strong boy. Strength level and a hit points level. That's 2 spins, baby. Let's do the one. Okay, Addy H helmet. That doesn't really help. And a 2. Oh, oak logs. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's more wood cutting. Like I said, I have like every freaking log unlocked, it feels like. Another strength, another spin. And a meat pie. My strength and my spin just keep growing. I don't know about that one, bud. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to defense so I can hopefully wear this steel plate body by the end of the episode. There's one defense level and a spin. Copper ore, and I missed a beginner clue. That does not feel good. I feel like that's... I haven't got iron arrows yet or law runes, so that would be 2 spins for me. That sucks. Oh well, at least I can take my rage out on this imp. Oh well, at least my rage was rewarded by a spin. Hell yeah, I need Goblin Mail to do Goblin Diplomacy. Alright, ladies and gents, we're going to round this episode out by picking a few more onions to have cash for next episode, and then we're going to kind of make our way to the Grand Exchange and talk about our goals for the next episode. So as I said in the beginning, the overarching goal for this series is to complete Dragon Slayer 1 so that I can unlock membership. Can't do anything in membership or even access membership until I've done that. So until that point, I'm going to stay a non-member, and I'm just going to work towards completing Dragon Slayer 1. Next episode, however, now that we have higher defense with our impending steel plate body and our better food and all that stuff, we're going to try to do the Stronghold of Security next episode, and we're going to try to just kind of continue what we've been doing with unlocking more slots, unlocking more items, getting more levels, and we're going to try to tackle a couple quests. But, I mean, we're kind of limited right now with which quests we can actually do, because we can't pick up any quest items unless they're given to us by an NPC, or unless they're looted from like a crate or a chest or something, so that really limits the options. I think since we have got Goblin Mail now, we could potentially look to do Goblin Diplomacy soon, but we still need to get some dye for that. I'm sure there are some other quests that don't necessarily need items, and we're going to look into those next episode as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you have not, if you would like to keep up to date on the content. I've already recorded about 6-7 episodes worth of content, but editing is kind of the bottleneck here. So, you know, editing myself, obviously, because I have like 2 subscribers or something. And yeah, we'll just get them out as fast as we can, but I do have a full-time job, and this is not my focus. I'm totally just doing this for fun on the side. And stay tuned until the end if you would like a kind of sneak peek for next episode's content.